Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Sheng. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. The Biden administration wants TikTok's Chinese ownership to sell the app or face a possible ban. The move is a significant shift in the Biden administration's position towards TikTok, which has been under scrutiny over fears that Beijing could request Americans' data from the app. The White House had been trying to negotiate an agreement with TikTok that would apply new safeguards to its data and eliminate a need for ByteDance to sell its shares in the app. The demand for a sale harks back to the position of former President Donald Trump, who threatened to ban TikTok unless it was sold to an American company. According to Wall Street Journal report, a group of Silicon Valley executives, including investor Peter Thiel and Washington lawmakers, are quietly mobilizing against China's involvement in the U.S. tech industry ahead of TikTok CEO Shou Zi Chew's Capitol Hill testimony this week. They met for a private dinner on Wednesday to discuss China, national security, and the intensifying competition between the tech sectors of the US and China. Momentum against TikTok is building. The US government and other Western countries have blocked TikTok on government-issued devices. The U.S. Justice Department is investigating the surveillance of American journalists by TikTok's Chinese owners. The person behind the scene is Jacob Hellberg, a former Google policy advisor who is the newest member of the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission, a congressional research and advisory panel. Mr. Hellberg also serves as an adjunct senior fellow at the Center for a New American Security, a think tank that specializes in national security issues, and a senior advisor at the Stanford University Center on Geopolitics and Technology, which is dedicated to research on global competition. One of Mr. Hellberg's priorities has been to meet with lawmakers in Congress every couple of weeks to urge them to ban TikTok. The group is calling itself the Hill and Valley Forum to speak about its concerns about China at the Wednesday dinner, which drew approximately 200 attendees. The dinner was paid for by venture capital firms 137 Ventures and the Founders Fund, as well as Mr. Hellberg himself. He and others attending the dinner have been encouraging lines of questioning about TikTok. Mr. Hellberg said he views TikTok as the most potent espionage operation that China has ever carried out against the US. In early March, Christopher Wray, FBI director, said that TikTok screams out with national security concerns. Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Mark Warner, Congressman Michael McCaul, Michael Gallagher have all introduced legislation aimed at TikTok or foreign technology more broadly. They also all plan to attend the dinner, according to the people who have seen the RSVP list. It was Congressman McCaul who nominated Mr. Hellberg to the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission. U.S. officials have said they are concerned the Chinese Communist regime could force TikTok's owner, Beijing-based ByteDance, to spy on American users or to influence which videos they see. In December, ByteDance said employees had inappropriately accessed the user data to find the location of two journalists on TikTok. The company said those employees were trying to find the leaks of confidential information. TikTok executives have said they wouldn't give in to demands from China and have been touting a plan to reorganize the company's US operations in a new unit that would be charged with safeguarding the app. As a part of TikTok's plan, Oracle Corporation and other third parties would review the code related to how TikTok selects which videos to serve to users as well as access to users' data. TikTok has also been trying to organize its own show of support. The app invited the creators to join company executives at the US Capitol later this month. Additionally, earlier in March, TikTok added a 60-minute screen time limit for users under the age of 18 in an effort to show industry observers that the company plans to be proactive about safety measures on its app. Users can bypass the limit by entering a password, though. It is getting increasingly difficult for TikTok to convince policymakers that their app is safe for US users. Mr. Hellberg said he would need to see TikTok's Chinese owners sell their stakes and that the company shut down its engineering operations in China for him to consider any potential threat from the app abated. He has many supporters. The one thing that almost everyone coming to this dinner has in common is the basic belief that China represents one of the biggest geopolitical threats to American democracy, Ms. Hellberg said. Many tech companies have also grown frustrated. They complain what they view as an asymmetry in Chinese companies' access to US consumers that US companies haven't been able to replicate in China. Most of the biggest American tech services, including Google, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, aren't accessible in China unless through VPN that disguise their locations. Congressman Gallagher said Mr. Hellberg's effort to bring together disparate groups, including the tech sectors and the policy folks, are critical for the US to win the tech race with China. Ms. Hellberg began forming many of his views about China in 2016 at Google, where he helped lead the company's efforts to combat foreign interference on its platforms. At the time, Russia's attempts to sow chaos in the US ahead of the 2016 presidential election were the most overt foreign campaigns he observed. But he noted China's attempts quickly followed suit, he said. When Mr. Hellberg wrote a book about his time at Google and his views of a coming cyber war between the US and China, his message resonated in the office of Capitol Hill lawmakers. Congressman McCaul passed a copy of the book titled The Wires of War to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who displayed the book in his office and appointed Mr. Hellberg to the commission. From there, Mr. Hellberg's connections with lawmakers continued. Early last summer, Mr. Hellberg started forming the coalition of those concerned about China and national security. He messaged two friends in venture capitals about the elected officials he had met and suggested that they try to get those officials in a room with their contacts from the tech world. One of the speakers at the dinner, venture capitalist Mr. Khosla, said he has long feared a techno-economic war with China that will remake the world order. 20 years from now, the race for technological superiority is wide open. Whoever wins this race will win economic power and hence political power, Mr. Khosla said. This is a much broader than national security. India banned TikTok in mid-2020, costing ByteDance one of its biggest markets, as the government cracked down on 59 Chinese-owned apps, claiming that they were secretly transmitting users' data to servers outside India. Since November, more than 24 states have banned TikTok on government-issued devices, and many colleges, like the University of Texas at Austin, Auburn University, and Boise State University, have blocked it from campus Wi-Fi networks. The app has already been banned for 3 years on US government devices used by the Army, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and the Coast Guards. But the bans typically don't extend to personal devices, and the students often just switch to cellular data to use the app. How are TikTok's privacy and security issues different from Instagram's, Facebook's, or Twitter's? Well, just one. Chinese ownership seems to be the main issue here. It is the Chinese Communist regime that the free world trying to keep distance from. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.